Hi there everyone and welcome back to Cyberware. I hope the previous video in which we have particularly discussed about the part 1 that describes us the content of system hacking, exploit and types of exploit is pretty clear to you guys and you like that video and the content explanation. I guess that is pretty clear and you guys have no issues or no doubts in this in that particular session. If you guys have any of the doubts you can ping me in the comment section. I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And for this particular video, here we are today to discuss about the part 2 content. In which that we are going to discuss in this particular video is about part 2 content. As I have already written that in the part 2 content we are going to discuss about is privilege escalation. If it is a privilege escalation, then basically it's going to have its type as well, types of privilege escalation and what kind of privilege escalations we are going to use and on what kind of, you can say, systems we are going to perform privilege escalation. That could be rather Windows or Linux. And moving on further, then in this particular video only we are going to also discuss about the Metasploit framework. Metasploit framework What is the task of Metasploit framework and why do I prefer MSF console. Okay, just give me a second. And I prefer MSF console instead of you can say Metasploit framework. I'll be discussing and telling you that why do I prefer. You can do as you wish. If you want to install Metasploit framework into your system, into your Windows or into your Kali, you can do it as well, and you can create a whole new setup for this particular thing. Or if you want to just move on with my favorite thing and wanted to use it, you can go with the MSF console as well. So here in this particular video, we are going to discuss about all these topics and we are going to take an overview of this and why do we need privilege escalation and what are the types of privilege escalation. So starting on further, we have is firstly we are going to discuss is about the privilege escalation, and privilege escalation in short terms is also known as privisk, and I am going to use this term in most of this video and most of this journey, so do not get confused at what is this privisk new word. It is not a new word, it's just a short term of privilege escalation. So moving on further, I'll be telling you about the privilege escalation. Privilege escalation comprises of two words in itself, that is privilege and escalation. So here I am going to write first privilege, then there comes the escalation. And as I have already told you in the previous video that what is privilege and what is escalation, but to make it more precise and clear to you guys, I am going to make it more better in to understand you, to get it understood by you. As we know, privilege guys, privilege क्या होता है? Privilege is a simple word, and as its word is itself stating, privilege किसी चीज़ का right होना, किसी चीज़ का अधिकार होना. Let's just say privilege is basically to have, okay, just give me a second. Privilege is basically is to have some kind of rights, is to have some rights. Let's say we all have the right to talk, we all have the right to speak. That means, right, हम सबके पास बोलने का हक है guys. That's our privilege, that I have the privilege to speak. I have got that privilege and I have that particular privilege to work on. That means some kind of rights, right? Some kind of, okay, some kind of rights. And then moving on further, we have is escalation. एस्केलेशन का मतलब सिंपल सा है, एस्केलेट करना, किसी चीज़ को बढ़ावा देना. टू एस्केलेट समथिंग, टू एस्केलेट समथिंग, or you can say also say to push on something फॉरवर्ड. टू एस्केलेट, उस चीज़ को पुश ऑन करना, उस चीज़ को बढ़ाना, आगे बढ़ाना, या उस चीज़ को escalate करना. That is what basically, in simpler words and in simple English language, that is escalation and that is privilege. Combining them together, when we comprise of combining them, then comes the definition of privilege escalation in terms of rights and in terms of cybersecurity. We are going to discuss and tell about privilege escalation. Privilege escalation basically means to uplift the rights of a user. That is basically the privilege escalation in terms of cybersecurity. I hope this is pretty clear, guys, and you have understood what is privilege escalation. And that means, and in I'll also write the, you can say, I'll also write here the cybersecurity definition that you all might want me to. So it is basically the process of the process of, you can say, gaining an unauthorized access, or you can say the process by which the attacker gains rights okay just make elevated rights to access the system or a network, or a network. Just give me a second, yeah. Or a network. Privilege escalation is the process by which the attacker gains elevated rights to access the system or a network. That means कि attacker basically, what basically attacker do is कि वो elevate करता है खुद के rights को from a normal user to an authorized user, or you can say for to an admin or a root user in order to get into the system. That's what privilege escalation means. Okay. I hope it is clear and you guys have understood what privilege escalation is in simpler terms. And let's just take an example to make you understand it in a simpler and more attractive way. So, interacting way as well. Okay, just say, let's take an example of my own channel. As let's say it is Cyberwhale. Let's just say it is Cyberwhale. And in Cyberwhale, I am in okay, just give me a second. In Cyberwhale, here what I am, guys, I am the owner and the content creator, right? I am the owner, you can say the creator. I am the owner or the creator. mm, Wait a second. Creator of the Cyberwhale. That is very clear, and that I am the owner or the creator of the Cyberwhale, and you guys are what? You guys are basically the audience. That means you guys have the privilege to watch those videos from my channel. In simpler terms, I am the Cyberwhale. I am the Cyberwhale owner. That means I can upload. I have all the privileges to perform on my channel Cyberwhale, but you guys cannot perform those privileges as you guys are just the user of that particular channel, because you guys are watching the videos over there. That means in shorter terms, I am what? I am the user. I am the admin user. Admin or the root user of the channel, right? That means I have got those privileges. This is my right. What is it? I have got the privileges. These are my privileges. As this is privilege, guys. These are my rights. These are my rights on Cyberwhale. These are the privileges. These are known to be the privileges. I guess it is pretty clear that what are privileges. Now moving on further, we have is, let's say, now in Cyberwhale, as let's, we are just taking an example, don't take it very serious. I have in Cyberwhale, I have two interns or three interns under me, few of the interns under me. Let's say intern, yeah, intern, where intern one have few of the privileges given by me, given by root user, that is me, root user, to him or her, to him or her, in order to the task in my absence perform the task in my absence, or to create the content, or to create the content for me. That means, okay, it went very big, guys. Oh, okay, let's just say here, in turn one have few of, in turn one have few of the privileges given by root user to in order to perform the task. That means in turn वन के पास वो privileges हैं, कुछ admin की जो privileges होते हैं, like upload करना या delete करना या कुछ content cyberwhale पे डालना है, जो भी करना, जैसे भी privileges एक channel के पास होते हैं, किसी के पास होते हैं, वो इन कुछ उसके कुछ part of privileges in turn one के पास है. But somehow in emergency I got some urgent task, the root user got some urgent task, and in now I also want my intern to take over that responsibility. What I want is intern 2 to take the responsibility, to take the responsibility as well with the intern 1. मतलब कि इंटर्न 1 के साथ मैं चाहती हूँ कि इंटर्न 2 के पास भी कुछ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो इन ऑर्डर टू परफॉर्म द सेम प्रिविलेजेस. वो सेम प्रिविलेजेस I have now also provided to the intern 2 as well, right? Now I guess you understood. That means intern 2 ke paas earlier intern 2 was not having. Just a second, let me write it over here. Earlier, okay. Earlier intern 2 doesn't have these privileged, or you can say these high privileged high privileged access to my channel, whereas you only have simpler and sophisticated restricted privileges to perform. But now I what I have done is I escalated the task of, or you can say the responsibility of, or the privileges of intern 2. That means here the escalation happened in this particular chain. What I did is I escalated the responsibility. Or you can say I escalated what? I escalated the, here we goes, the privileges. I escalated the privileges of my root user, my intern to a bit of the root user's privileges as well. That means in simpler terms उसको privilege का उसको escalate हो गई privileges, तो जो कुछ task मैं भी कर सकती हूँ और intern 1 भी कर सकता है, but I am the root user, तो मेरे पास तो सारे एक्सेसेस हैं. बट इंटर्न 1 और इंटर्न 2 के पास कुछ प्रिविलेजेस हैं उसमें से टू परफॉर्म दोज टास्क और टू एक्टिविटीज. दैट्स हाउ प्रिविलेज एस्केलेशन टेक्स प्लेस. मेरे पास सारी प्रिविलेजेस हैं. इट इज़ माई प्रिविलेज्ड राइट, इट इज़ माई प्रिविलेजेस, बट आई मॉडिफाइड दोज प्रिविलेजेस एंड एस्केलेटेड for the intern to perform those privileges. Understood, guys? To perform those tasks in order to perform those privileges. That's how the privilege escalation is charged with a, you can say, the loop. Yeah. Now one more thing before I move on to the types of privilege escalation is that, let's say, if somehow an attacker gained, or you can say attacker got the access, okay, got the access to the initial privileges. ओके, अगर हम बोले कि जो अटैकर है ही और शी गॉट द एक्सेस टू द इनिशियल प्रिविलेजेस और इनिशियल एक्सेस उसको मिल गया है, सो व्हाट ही कैन डू इज an attacker can exploit the vulnerabilities. क्योंकि कई बार गाइज होता है कि sometimes it is really chaotic in the company, and or you can say on any kind of industry. It happens कि people doesn't get the time to check on the vulnerabilities and they left any one of the vulnerabilities. अगर कोई एक vulnerability भी by chance security experts से छूट जाती है, so what they can do is an attacker can exploit that vulnerability, and in order to why will he or she do this? In order to get the, okay, in order to get the privileged accesses, or you can say privileged accesses or higher privileges, higher privileges privileges. In order to get the higher privileges, you can say, or you can also say, to in order to get some sensitive information, in order to get sensitive information. Understood? That's how things work in privilege escalation. कि उसने पहले initial privileges ली, फिर उसमें उन privileges के users के पास क्या क्या vulnerabilities थी उन्होंने exploit की, and they get into the higher privilege access. That means in okay, now I'll take one more example, same example of the cyber whale, guys. Let's say अगर by any chance the attacker got the access to my intern 2's data, intern 2 की privileges का उसको access मिल गया, तो he or she can he or she can get the access to my cyber will. intern 2 के सिस्टम में कोई वल्नरेबिलिटी थी, एंड somehow उसकी वजह से उसने वो एक्सप्लॉइट की वल्नरेबिलिटी, उसको मेरी यानी कि एडमिन रूट यूजर की privileges का access मिल गया, and he can do anything. He can manipulate my data. He or she can either perform attacks over it, or he or she can delete the whole content, or also put on some irrelevant content over my channel that can mislead my audience or my data, right? That's how privilege escalation basically works. Now moving on further, we have is types of privilege escalation, types of priv-esc. Okay. Now, what are the types of priv-esc? Number one is vertical, and another one is horizontal. Now you guys might be thinking, अरे यार इस privilege escalation में भी मतलब vertical और horizontal क्या है अभी ये, कुछ भी चल रहा है. And you might be thinking what I am saying. Guys, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It's just a simpler terms that they have used for vertical and horizontal. That's nothing else. But we are going to discuss about vertical, and firstly we are going to discuss about the vertical. Vertical privilege is nothing, guys, but only to move the privileges from lower level, like you can say access, move the privileges from lower level to higher level. Now continuing with the same example that we were using earlier, let's say move the privileges. Lower level वाली कौन से हैं? इंटर्न्स हैं मेरे जिनके पास ये डेटा है, या फिर लोअर लेवल privileges हैं इंटर्न्स. And then coming on further, who have the higher level? I am the person who is having the higher level, that is me. That means in simpler terms कि मेरे इंटर्न से privileges को move करके मेरे तक पहुंचना is vertical privilege escalation. That is moving on from lower level privileges to higher level privileges. That means from moving on from my interns to coming up to me. That is vertical. Understood? Now moving on to the second is horizontal. horizontal Horizontal is what? Horizontal में क्या है? To move the privileges from one account to another. Move the privileges from one account to another account who carries same privileges. That means कि escalate करना एक account से दूसरे account पे. In simpler words, again in simpler words, we have is that कि let's say मेरे okay, just give me a second, guys. Yeah, let's say कि privileges को मूव करना फ्रॉम वन अकाउंट टू अनदर अकाउंट विद सेम प्रिविलेजेस. जिन यूजर्स के पास सेम प्रिविलेजेस है, लेट्स से मेरे इंटर्न वन और इंटर्न टू के पास फ्यू ऑफ द प्रिविलेजेस दे हैव इज सिमिलर. अगर उन दोनों के पास सिमिलर है तो जैसे लेट्स से अटैकर गॉट द आइडिया ऑफ माई इंटर्न वन आईडी एंड पासवर्ड, एंड ही गॉट द एक्सेस टू माई इंटर्न वंस डेटा, सो ही कैन ऑल्सो गेट द एक्सेस to my second intern using the same, because they have the same privileges. Okay, let me just create a diagram over here so that you can understand. Intern 1, and here goes my intern 2, intern 2. Now what I have given is I have provided them with the same privileges. उन दोनों के पास सेम प्रिविलेजेस है. इंटर्न वन और इंटर्न टू जो मेरे हैं, दे कैरीज द सेम प्रिविलेजेस. what do they do is same privileges. Okay, just let me write it down. Same privileges. And now if they guys have same, if the guys if they have same privileges, there are chances that कि अगर attacker, let's say this is attacker. Here attacker got the access to the, just a second guys. Yeah, let's say here attacker got the access to my intern one's data, इंटर्न वन के डेटा का उसको एक्सेस मिल गया, प्रिविलेजेस मिल गई उसको, यूजर एक्सेस मिल गया, देन व्हाट ही कैन बेसिकली डू इज he'll move on to the intern 2 as well, because they both are working on the same network. Both are working on the both are working on the same network, because they both are working on the same network, and there might be chances that because also they have the same privileges, attacker can get the access to the intern 2 data as well. So इसमें क्या है, might be there will be difference of the data that they are carrying into the system. Let's say intern 2 is carrying its data about the credit card details or something like that, and intern 1 is carrying the data like pay slips and everything, that they're managing the pay slips or SEO keywords what we are using, and some kind of that, you can say anything intern one is carrying, but the data is inside them is different, but the privileges they carry is same. So that's how horizontal privilege escalation takes place. They both are working on the same privileges. If they just escalate from one account to another. This is the task of the horizontal privilege escalation is, I guess. The privilege escalation is pretty clear to you guys, and the types of privilege escalation you have got a better hold of it, and how vertical and horizontal privilege escalation works from time to time or from place to place, and how it matters in terms of privilege escalation. So I hope this is clear. Now moving on further, we have is Metasploit framework. Okay, yeah. Now, what is Metasploit framework, guys? As basically, Metasploit framework is a kind of an open source tool. Is an open source is an open source tool, which basically which is which is basically used to perform exploitations, payloads, to run payloads of different commands and different things, and etc. This is basically the task of open source tool. You can either install it in your system, or you can just you can just run the repository of GitHub into your system. That's basically a different kind of, you have to make a whole new setup out of it. And what is basically an MSF console now? Okay, just give me a second. Now, moving on further, we will be discussing about the MSF console. And what is MSF console? Guys, MSF console is basically a tool. Similar as of Metasploit framework, but it is in the terms of command and terms of commands, and it is pre-built. It is pre-built or pre-installed, you can say pre-installed in your Kali. The only difference in Metasploit framework and MSF console is that MSF console uses Metasploit framework. What it do is MSF console uses Metasploit framework, क्योंकि जो भी Metasploit framework के अंदर exploitation payloads और repositories हैं regarding any performance of the Metasploit, any you can say sorry, any kind of repositories exploitation in terms of running the payloads, Metasploit framework के अंदर जो भी कुछ होता है MSF console सीधा उनको use करता है. That is just the only difference. So अब it's your choice, rather you want to run the command and perform your exploitations and payloads, or you want to just install the heavy software. That's your particular choice. So the difference between MSF console and Metasploit framework is only that MSF console uses Metasploit framework tools inside of it, nothing else. It takes up the exploitation from the Metasploit framework, it takes up the payloads from the Metasploit framework. So in short, it is basically a kind of similar thing, but task of performing is similar, nothing else. So it's your choice if you want to use Metasploit. And the disadvantage of Metasploit framework is basically, guys, it is a heavy software that you need to install in your system, whereas MSF console is something, it's it's handy, and you can directly use it in your Kali, use it in your Kali. and you can just run the payloads and commands and everything, and exploitation you can just perform it using MSF console in simpler terms. So now what are the key features of MSF console in Metasploit framework? Key features, okay, just give me a second. Key features, yeah, key features of it is that number one, it performs exploitations. Number two is it runs the payloads. Then with the help of a Metasploit framework or MSF console, we can also perform the automated exploit attempts. Means हम कितने भी Metasploit के exploitation attempts चला सकते हैं by automating the stuff using MSF console or Metasploit framework. This is what the features of or usage of, you can say, Metasploit and MSF console is. There are several more, but I am taking only three so that you guys can understand what basically it does is. Then moving on further, we come up to the point that is how it can help, how these things can help, these things or tools, you can say, can help. How these can help is, number one is they can perform privilege escalation, privis, वो privilege escalation करवाने में help कर सकता है. They can also help us in advanced persistent threat, APT, persistency बनाए रखने में एक target पे, persistence, yeah, to create a persistency over one targets. We can perform that particular thing using these tools. Then coming on to the next topic, it can perform the payload delivery. Payload delivery मतलब कि simpler terms में, it can run the payloads, it can directly deliver the payloads in front of you, and you can choose which payload to run over that particular target that you are persisting over. That means you are keeping an eye over that particular target. That's how payload delivery is, and that's the task of these tools. And you can do, and these tools can help you in doing these things like privilege escalation, persistency, and payload delivery, and as well as few more things that I haven't covered over here. But these are the basic and the most important things that these tools can help us with. So I hope this topic is also clear, and these topics that we have discussed in this particular video regarding the Privisk or Metasploit framework or MSF console is pretty clear to you guys, and you guys have understood what I wanted to tell you about the privilege escalation, types of privilege escalation, and overview of the Metasploit framework, and how Metasploit framework or MSF console is different, and why do I prefer MSF console over the Metasploit framework. So if you like the video guys, please do not forget to subscribe my channel. Please hit the like button, and also share it with your friends and colleagues. Also drop your precious comment and feedback so that I can manage the way of explaining in the same way, or you can say I wanted to modify some things, I'll modify as well for you guys. I hope you are enjoying the cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and pen testing bug hunting journey over the time that we are discussing. If you like the video, please do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much guys. Tata, bye bye. See you in the next video. Take care till the time.